Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Simnaya. Thank you so much for the support. Hope you all are doing great. Are you all seeing the trade war going on? Oh my goodness. China be winning. US poked, right? And they came back. Can you imagine JD Vance and other calling them peasant? Like, really? The people that hold the world's market and also your market. I love the fact that they are also trying to let people how to buy cheaper things, not just cheaper things, the original things at a cheaper rate, because majority of the things you all have been buying over there, yours, are all labels, right? Now I am going to say that majority of people actually do not know that China is where all these brands are being manufactured, and I am also sure that some people know too, at a very very cheap rate. My sister live in China. She lives in China, right? And I can tell you that this is actually truth. Anybody trying to tell you a story might actually trying to cover up some certain things and all that. But then I am also going to tell us that it's also time to invest our money instead of using our money to buy things that are even not worth it. I am not saying we shouldn't look, we have to look good, we have to buy things as long as you love it and all that. But there is also a limit where you can, there should be a limit, right? And I think it's also important you invest for rainy days. I am not trying to tell you how to use your money, but it is also me saying that it's time we also invest our money in things that we double the money and the rest of it. Now, you know what? Let's get into this video.
Well, good Sunday morning, my peeps. Listen, y'all, I'm tripping. I am tripping. China ain't playing with them. You hear me? China, man, right here in the heart, I'm down with it. China said we not only not gonna bend the knee and kiss his behind, we gonna raise tariffs to 125%. And then they ain't through. China said we not only gonna mess with y'all, we gonna mess with y'all rich folk. Name brand people, get down front. China got something for y'all. Name brand people, Louis, Gucci, all y'all, Michael Kors, down front. China has snatched all y'all. China done snatched every last one of y'all ball. China said, since y'all want to play with me, I'm gonna show you how I play. China said, Americans, ain't no need to be spending them hundreds and thousands of dollars on these designer bags, because you know what? We bulk manufacture them all in the same place, and they all cost about $2 to make. China said you can come. China said you can come straight to us. Yeah, what is it? DH Gate? DG Gate? DH Gate, I think that's what it is. They say you can come straight to us. You ain't gotta go pay all that money for them name brands, cause guess what? We make them all in the same place from the same materials. So all y'all name brand go getters, China telling y'all ain't no need to spend all that money. They ganking y'all. They getting over. China said we gonna take the tariffs up and we gonna take y'all money. China said we're gonna get all them big boys money. No need. See, that's what happens when you put a weak coward bully in position of power. He gets showed up. Because China said, one of China representatives said, if United States wants to bully us, they can just go ahead and give up on the market with them. And the reporter said, well, you're going to lose American businesses too. Before she could get it out of her mouth, that Chinese representative said, we don't care. We don't care. She said, y'all going to lose about 15%. We don't care. We don't care. He said, look, China been here for 5,000 years. And he said most of the time there was no United States, and we survived. So guess what? We'll be here another 5,000 years. China ain't got no shaking in their boots, guys. China ain't got no shaking in their boots against the minute drug addict. They don't care nothing about no shaking in their boots. These folks are not what Trump trying to make y'all think these people are. And ain't no 17 countries calling, blowing his phone up, talking about, please, sir, anything you want, sir. That's a lie. He's only telling y'all MAGA that because y'all believe everything he spoon feeds y'all. But if trust me, if countries were calling, they wouldn't be saying countries. They would be naming them jokers. Have you heard one name? Have you heard one name from one company, from one country, breaking their necks, calling to make a deal? All they say is 17 countries. What 17 countries? We need some names. We need some names. Because I want y'all to call these names so these countries can come out and say, yeah, we kissing Donald Trump's butt. We begging him to take it easy on us. I want to know. You can't say anything to me and not put no real information behind it. You can't. You're going to have to tell me names, details. I need more than just a general statement. What 17 countries? Name one. Because the show ain't China. And if y'all think China the only one got balls, baby, Donald Trump is screwing y'all head off and pouring foolery down it. And y'all gulping it like an infant child on his mama's tit. This right here, I'm telling you right now, y'all finna find out. You can only tell one side of the story for so long. You can only control the narrative for so long. And Trump's narrative doesn't make sense. But China's, oh man, China ain't studying Trump, bump, hump, dump, MAGA, SAGA, FAGA. Trump don't care. I mean, China don't care. China don't give a dang about none of us backwoods rednecks. He don't. And Trump, you finna get showed up. That's why he keep on running down to Mar-a-Lago so he can hide out. Because he know he's screwing up. Because that's his job. He's been instructed to screw up. If y'all don't know all this is pre-planned by his benefactor, y'all will never know. But China said they ain't going. So now, Louis Vuitton, what y'all finna do? Gucci, what y'all finna do? Y'all finna go holler at Trump? Because he messing all y'all money up. Because if y'all think, I'm not a designer person myself. I'm not. I don't. If I get a design or something, trust me, it was on a clearance rack. I'll never forget one day I was we was having a fireworks on the 4th one time over one of my sister's house. And I was standing outside in the driveway with my family, and one of my nieces said, "Ooh, auntie, you sporting them?" Whatever name brand it was. I ain't gonna lie and tell you I remember. She's like, "Oh, auntie, you sporting them such and such?" I was like, "What?" She said, "Them shades." I said, "Girl, Burlington, $7.99. That's me, y'all, all day, every day. All day, every day. I believe in making my dollars holler. You understand? I ain't finna give no one person, and this just me. I'm not criticizing anybody for your taste, for your quality of life. That's you. If you can afford it, knock yourself out. But as for me, as for Kay's Corner, I likes to make my dollars stretch. And your name on a label is not gonna make me go in my pockets deeper than I normally go into them. I'm just not gonna do it. I'm not finna make you rich. I'm not. I'm not finna pay all that to make you rich. Now, if you got a good quality product at a reasonable economical price, I'm right there with you. But if you're talking about I gotta pay $3,500 for one bag, baby, you can miss me. Yeah, I said and I said and I said it, and I'm gonna stand by. I ain't paying $35 for no one item unless it's a car, a used car or something. I ain't finna, nope, not finna do it. But China, I'm so glad y'all busting them, because now I feel so validated. Because I knew I ain't had no business spending that kind of money for no one product. But I had no idea they were all being made in the same place by the same products, by the same goods and everything. So hey, y'all need to be calling Louis Vuitton them for a refund. China, handle your business. China, handle your business. Y'all know we gonna root for the underdog, baby, even if it's against our own country. But you know what? This is not our country. This has never been our country. They have no problem letting us know that every time they get a chance. So y'all handle this. Since it's not our country, it's y'all. Y'all handle all this crap. Y'all handle the trade war, handle the protests, handle the benefits being cut, handle your Social Security gone, handle your Medicaid, Medicare gone, handle the VA vets gone. Y'all handle all of that. And we gonna sit back and trip off China. Because China is the true gangster. China is the true gangster in all this. China the one standing 10 toes down, baby. Ain't flinched, ain't blinked, ain't winked, ain't did nothing but study digging into Trump. Just digging into his tail. I'm right there with you, Trump. I'm right there with you, China. I'm right there with you, China. Hit him again. China says, y'all can, ooh, I ain't tell y'all about this. I'm about to come back with it. But China gonna let y'all come over to China visa free for, 28 hours or something to do something to just shop.
Are you all having as much fun as I'm having today, Saturday? What is it, April 12th? Seeing all of these Chinese wholesalers, distributors on your FYP page spilling the tea about all of these brands. That's what a real trade war is. You know, JD Vance, these people are not peasants. They have outsmarted you, outmaneuvered you, and basically made you look like a fool. Yeah. So your $10,000 Birkin bag really is made in China. Yeah, well, I'm sorry. Even if I had millions of dollars, I would not be buying a bag for $10,000. But that's just me. But I find it really, really amusing that they are now all over our FYP showing America what is really going on, and capitalism, and what they are charging us for things that they get from China for 50 cents. Yeah. Trump, you just opened Pandora's box. When you open Pandora's box, you're not going to like it. Yeah, I love it. I think the world should be able to just order directly from China. We'll just bypass all these stores. What do you think about that, you capitalist?
If you ended up on the Chinese supplier side of TikTok, they're exposing some of these bigger brands like Nike, Dior, um, for buying their products cheaply and then just slapping the logo on it, and all that stuff, marking up the prices and things like that. And I mean, that's been out there for years, right? Um, you got DH you got Alibaba and stuff like that. You could literally Google, and it's the same thing, right? Um, but I wanted to show you this isn't a coincidence that this happened, right? Especially that's the reason why I feel like they want to get rid of TikTok. Isn't because of security reasons. It's because the way that we're all connected, correct? Like, Trump starts this trade war with China and other countries, but specifically China. And then there's a viral video of JD Vance calling these people Chinese peasants. Then goes to this Chinese supplier chain where they show you guys that, yeah, it's all made in the same factory. They just mark up the prices. They just slap a logo on it. So, you know what I mean? This isn't a coincidence that this has happened. And this is why we love TikTok, because TikTok's going to show you the real, right? And so that's, what I mean? I'm enjoying every bit of it because, the United States has an overconsumption issue. We also have a luxury issue where we want the best, and We want to look better than everybody else. We want to be able to look down on everybody else, and it all comes from the same goddamn factory. You know what I mean? You paid $1,000 for something that was made for $10, right? So yeah.
China. China is not playing, and I am living for it.
China, China, China. Get your LED sign with factory price in China. Who doesn't like a shiny gold LED sign?
And before y'all say something to me, I know that their location says New York, but it's a Chinese company. If you click on their profile, the +86 phone number, that's China. But I have just been seeing video after video of Chinese vendors specifically airing out U.S. companies. That's number one. And talking shit. I love it. So, babe, those luxury bags that say made in Italy and made in France, they were made in China first. The labels were put on in France. So if you want to go get you a DH Gate bag, it is the same exact bag. It's the same exact bag. Maybe the label's a little different, but baby, who cares about that? Also, I just saw another video. Why they just exposed the Lululemon vendors? He said, your favorite Lululemon is made in China too. At this rate, TikTok is really gonna get banned. They're giving all the tea with all of the shade.
If I'm in the Trump administration, I am a little nervous right now because this can of worms with China is one they're not going to be able to close. Think about the situation he has not only put himself in, but a lot of the business owners that threw their lot in with him. Because of those tariffs, a lot of them cannot buy wholesale from these Chinese factories. We just saw Amazon say they were canceling all of these orders from China because of the tariffs. Apple trying to fly in plane loads filled with iPhones, just to bypass the tariffs in preparation for the fact that they would not be spending money at these companies because of the president. Well, now these factories are sitting on inventory and they have said, we will go direct to consumer. We will just offer these people the products at our price. They over there selling sneakers for $2. $2. You slap 145% tariff on that, you still paying like $5 for a sneaker. Do y'all understand how this is going to change the shopping experience for a lot of people? I don't know how the White House is going to try and gloss over the chaos that's about to ensue. I'm looking at stuff to buy. So is my wife. I imagine there are a lot of people in this country right now looking at them deals and saying, I'm just buying right from China. That means a lot of people who got behind this president thinking he was going to put money in their pockets just lost a lot of money because we're not buying through them anymore. I told y'all he went off script. He went all the way off script, and now he is about to cost some very important people a lot of money. China showed this administration what a trade war really looks like. I don't think they were prepared for what America was exposed to today.
They probably should have took this app away when they had the chance because the Chinese manufacturers just hit them folks with the Uno reverse. And right now, the Chinese manufacturers are the best content on TikTok. They said, oh, tariffs, you say. Oh, okay. American people, y'all said y'all like New Balance, Adidas, Nike. Bet. Oh, yeah. The manufacturer is such and such, located at such and such in Guangzhou. They do shipping within this time, and here are the products. I've seen the manufacturers for every brand anybody could possibly think of, from shoes and apparel to beauty products. One of the Chinese manufacturers said, oh yeah, you know how you pay such and such $100 for Chanel beauty products? Well, we only make them for $10. Listen, I don't know how this tariff thing is going to play out, but the way that the Chinese manufacturers are playing their hand, absolutely well done.
This is all I got from this video, and all I can say is that ADIV, I mean the other black man that said that he wasn't going to talk about it, like some of those brands are replica. Now let me tell you this: majority of all these bags are being produced in China. Some might be selling you replica. But let me tell you something. The replica that they are selling to you are just them telling you that they are selling you a replica, because everybody so far we've been made, or people have been made to understand that, I mean, all these high-end brands are like the main original, that they are the ones making and producing and all that. But sincerely speaking, all the manufacturing, all the products are being manufactured in China. So it is not them coming. Are you not seeing Lululemon also? Are you not seeing Sephora, Bershka, all of them? See, sincerely speaking, the truth is that most of these brands, all these huge brands, cannot even pay, like the ones that are in US and some countries cannot even pay workers for this. You all, I don't know. I think some people are forgetting to understand that China holds this one, especially when it comes to goods and services. This is something people, for those that are thinking that it is not something that it's people trying to make people feel like they are trying to lie. That is not true. I have people that live in China, and most of all these brands, it's just they've been selling label to some people. It is label that they've been selling to people, and people are buying it. So if the price of maybe, let's say, Birkins is maybe, let's say, 35 or 25,000 USD, right? And you go to buy replica for maybe how much? 25, sorry, maybe 10 or 15. Are you trying to tell me that you bought a replica for 10K USD? Sincerely speaking, they robbed you off. They robbed you. And I am not saying people shouldn't buy all these brands, but really, I think it's time for people to open their eyes and understand that most of these products are not being manufactured in a very tiny price and sold to you people in a very high price. And now, for those that will be like, oh, so where did they sort out the leather that they use, the raw materials, and all that? Now, let me tell you something. I am Nigerian, and I can categorically tell you that most of these leathers that they use, all these Italian shoes and all that, are they bought the leather from Nigeria. And I am telling you this with so much confidence. Kano, Northern State, they have leather. So they come to Nigeria, buy all these leathers, and some other countries. But Nigeria, I am 100% sure, Nigeria have one of the finest leather. So they come to Nigeria, buy all the leather, and go back and use it. So are you telling how much are they buying those leathers in Nigeria? How much are they buying them? This is something people will also understand, right? That what they are selling to people is nothing but label. And also, I am going to encourage every one of us to understand that buying brands does not make you a big person, or buying brands doesn't make you the most beautiful person. I would rather have a lot of money in my account to sustain me for rainy days than going to buy Birkin's bag. When you buy Birkins, tomorrow you might not be able to sell it the actual amount. There's some people tell you that our Birkins are, when you buy them, that you are able to probably get the money back. They see, when it comes to there are some things you buy, and when you are selling them, you don't even sell them up to that amount. Well, I am not saying you may not get money, but trust me, there are other things you can invest your money in and have a good life as a human being. So I love the fact that America really poke China, and China be dealing with them like it's all over on the internet. America poked, and they are responding back to them. But like for now,